Hey guys, it's Metagross Freak, and thanks for watching. Today I'm going to be talking about the latest Adventure Time episode, Simon and Marcy, and I'm going to be talking about a little bit more about the Ice King and what I think his relationship is with Marceline. This isn't like speculation, this is purely based on what we see in the show. Now, so if you haven't seen the episode Simon and Marcy, I recommend you do. If you haven't, though, you'll just be getting a little bit of a spoiler. But if you've seen the episode, I Remember You, that'll work too. Um, we know, for example, this is established fact. We know that Simon Petrikov and Ice King are the same person. So I'll be using Ice King and Simon to refer to whether Simon is the human or the wizard. So if you hear me say Simon, I'm talking about the scientist. If you hear me say Ice King, I'm talking about the wizard in our current series, which is 996 years later. So we know that Simon wears the ice crown to protect himself, and more importantly, Marceline, after the Mushroom War. And it's established that they were at least friends in I Remember You, and in Simon and Marcy we see that they're traveling together. So, Simon uses the crown to protect them. With each use, he loses his sanity. Now, we know from Holly Jolly Secrets that Simon's fiancée Betty left him after he started using the crown, and it was because she left him that this explains why the Ice King wants princesses to fill the void of his loneliness, and he hopes that one day he'll regain his sanity. That way, he'll, as he quote unquote says, get back his princess. Not only that, but a lot of people think the Ice Crown maybe made Ice King crazy. He's not really. Oh, sorry, I went too far. Ice King isn't evil. He's just crazy, and that explains really why the Ice King's schemes aren't very complicated and focusing more on just trying to get a princess than actual evil deeds. A popular phrase from the movie The Dark Knight goes, either you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. This is especially true for the Ice King, as in I Remember You, he mentions watching himself slip away, and as we can see from Simon and Marcy, he, as he wears the ice crown more and more, he's losing his noble father-like qualities, the hero, in exchange for the insanity of the Ice Crown, the villain. And Marcy, becomes scared when Simon uses the crown, and she gets kind of mad at him because she says, you promised me, after he used the crown. Also at the same time in the song, he says, I need to save you, but who's going to save me? Strangely, the Ice King is all alone in his castle, and, so he needs saving because he's all alone, and it's his fascination with Marceline's music that rekindles this relationship. So with a friend again, one could argue that Marceline saved the Ice King. That's like the most speculation it's going to go to, but I'm sure most people, when they saw Simon and Marcy, saw this smiling glob of pink ooze and thought, OMG, it's Princess Bubblegum or one of her ancestors. In my opinion, it may be because of Simon's love for Marceline that, despite his crazy antics, Princess Bubblegum will put up with Ice King rather than kicking him out like she did with Lemon Grab, or in the episode Go With Me when Finn put wolves in her room, that she banished Finn. Also, I don't remember what episode it is, but we do see what looks to be like a grandmotherly figure, and so it could be implied. And we do see like a picture. We do see like a Princess Bubblegum as a kid on like a picture on her fridge. So it could be implied that maybe Princess Bubblegum's grandmother or great grandmother, whatever, said hey, give this guy a break. He only wants to protect this little girl, and that could be why the Bubblegum family puts up with him. So it was this smiley gum at least I'm assuming it's Gum, that gave Simon the chicken soup for Marceline, and so I think it's kind of I think that was a you're trying to help this girl, and we appreciate that, so we'll help you too. At the same time, the picture on the left is also from Go With Me, where we know based on the events of Go With Me and from the episode What Was Missing that Bubblegum and Marceline don't get along very well. And although it's true that if my theory about her about the Bubblegum family putting up with Ice King because she helped Marceline was true, this would kind of contradict it. But maybe one of the reasons why the Bubblegum and possibly her family doesn't like Marceline is because if it weren't for Marceline, Simon wouldn't have become evil. Wouldn't have gone crazy. I mean, although it's true that in I Remember You, Simon said the magic keeps him alive, but we know characters like Billy, who are also seemingly human, live for long amounts of time. With Billy, looking nearly as old as the Ice King himself. So it could be assumed that even though Simon was a good fatherly figure to Marceline and that earned him some respect, it was because Marceline caused Simon to become the Ice King, that maybe there's some contempt there. All that's a theory, but if if you have any doubt on this, I want to play a short clip from the episode I Remember You, from the last song. I'm not going to play the whole thing, just a little bit. So, here we go.
Magic keeps me alive, but it's making me crazy, and I need to save you. But who's going to save me? Please forgive me for whatever I do when I don't remember you.
Okay, so that goes right with what I said. The magic is keeping him alive, but it's making him crazy. So Bubblegum can't Bubblegum can't force Ice King to take off the crown, because if she does, she knows it'll kill him. But at the same time, Ice King is Simon/Ice King was protecting Marceline, but he himself needs help. And in Ice King, that Ice King's notes, it says, please forgive me for whatever I do when I don't remember you. And as we see, Simon has completely forgotten about the adventures he had with Marcy when he was Simon. So, maybe that's one of the reasons why Bubblegum, is a little more lenient towards Ice King. I mean, she still doesn't super like him, but, that's the best he can do. So, I mean, some of this is theory, some of this is actually based on the show, but I hope you maybe, opened your mind to the idea that the Ice King isn't a bad guy. I mean, I used to hate the Ice King back in Season 1, but with episodes like I Remember You, Holly Jolly Secrets, and now Simon and Marcy, the Ice King is probably one of my favorite characters, because even though he's crazy off his nutter, he's actually a really nice guy. So, thanks for watching. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And until next time, I'm Metagross Freak. And thanks for watching.